Hello everybody and a very good evening, good afternoon, good morning. Welcome to Crafters TV. My name's Ben Moseby. Thanks for joining us. It's Friday! Whoop, 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 whoop. Yes! Friday. Are we ready for the weekend? I know I am. It has been a busy old week here at Crafters TV Towers. A busy week and a busy month actually. Just a reminder before you get into the nuts and bolts of tonight, it is National Craft Month, of course, so there's loads of great deals across the website right now, particularly if you're into your soft crafts as well. We've added some extra deals very recently, so if you've been enjoying all the shows today that we brought you soft craft wise, do check those out and be ready for a big day with us tomorrow too. But tonight we are in the Craft House. Quite nice. It's for like, but from yesterday we were in the Craft House briefly, weren't we? But back in the Craft House tonight with one of our, well, most favourite guests with an unbelievable show for you this evening too. It's all about Totally Tiffany, and actually if you were watching Wake Up Call this morning you will have seen some of the deals that we've got for you over the course of this show. Lots of you have been shopping already. I know loads of you jumped in and grabbed some of the deals that we had earlier on this morning, which is a great thing to do because I'm not going to lie to you tonight, we do not have deep stock levels across the board here. So if you see something that you love, make sure you get in nice and early because it is going to be a case tonight, I think, of fastest fingers first. So see something you like, get it in your basket, get it checked out, and we are all good. As always, we are live and interactive, so if you do want to get in touch and say hello, we have Grace on the socials tonight, whether you're watching on Facebook or indeed on YouTube. Send us in your comments. Send us in what you're buying. I love to know what is in your shopping cart because I'm a little bit nosy like that. And of course, send in your questions as well because it is not just little old me. Well, it's little old me on my own in the studio here in the UK. But joining me all the way from the US of A, delighted to say, doing a little dance, it is the wonderful Tiffany Spaulding. How are you, Tiffany?
I am so excited to be part of Craft House today. Happy St. Patrick's Day, all of that good stuff. I am looking forward to a great show, some really fun deals, and kind of just talking about getting organized. So if you do have questions, what's the right product for you to use in your craft room, I hope you'll send those in on the socials as well, and we'll try and get those answered for you today. So really just looking forward to spending some time with you, Ben. It's been a while. Not that I don't love the Hottie Scotty, but it's nice to see you.
Oh, it's nice to see you too, actually, and yeah, it's always a fun show when you and I get together. I've wished Happy St. Patrick's Day to our viewers a little bit today. I did have these underneath the counter, but I didn't want to kind of, you know, go too much, because I saw you weren't wearing anything sort of St. Patrick's. So shall I have those on or not? What do you reckon?
I think you should have them on. You have to zoom in. I just have my little earrings here, and I've got my St. Patrick's Day bracelet, so I have a hint of green. I'm only half Irish, so just a hint of green.
Yeah, well, that's good with a hint of green. I mean, I don't think there's any Irish in me at all, but I'm getting in with the party today. You know, everybody's celebrating St. Patrick's Day. I know a lot of our US friends are as well, so I'll keep them on. I'll keep them on. It's a look. It is a look. It takes a special kind of person to pull this off. Let's say a few hellos before we get started. Tiffany, I know there's lots of excited viewers like Dana Hill, who's joined us from Oregon, says, I cannot wait to see Tiffany. Barbara Carlson, Barbara's always in, saying, ready for some Tiffany time. Whoop, whoop. Hey, from Oklahoma, says Cindy Lewis. Gareth is in saying a lovely evening to all from my little craft box on the Isle of Wight. Mary Patsy is saying good afternoon everyone from sunny Montana. I hope you're all having a wonderful St. Patrick's Day. We are. Miriam joins us from a sunny / windy South California, and Pamela Greenidge says good evening everyone, and Mary Pat actually says happy St. Patrick's Day to Tiffany. I tell you what, shall we dive right in and get started with the deals tonight, because we have some amazing deals on I think some of your favourite Totally Tiffany products. An unbelievable deal coming up later on the desk maid. But what about an unbelievable bundle of buddy bags? This deal we showed you a little bit earlier on today, and I think a few of you were saying the price is wrong on the screen, but it is the right price. Everything has been checked here, but a bundle of I think some of the most popular buddy bags for you at a smash down, knockdown price. Should be almost £60, over $80 worth of buddy bags for just £35 or $45. Platinum price today, £28 or $36. And I pretty much think we've popped together here a lovely collection to store so many different crafty items within your craft room. I tell you what we'll do. Let's go over to Tiffany, who's going to go right through all of these, and you will not believe the amount of these buddy bags you're going to get for this price. This is a sensational deal, Tiffany, isn't it?
It's a great deal, and even better than the price are the amount of things that we're going to be able to store in these buddy bags and how versatile they are. So for those of you who are unfamiliar with buddy bags, I'll give you the nickel tour here. So what makes buddy bags unique? Because it'll just look like a vinyl bag, right?
Yeah.
Every buddy bag has at least one lightweight tray inside of it, and this is what gives your buddy bag the shape. This is what helps all of your products stay organized, stay upright, stay rolling, whatever. You're going to see all these different things. And then they all close up with a Velcro. They all have a little pull handle on the end, so you can drop it into your tote. And I want to recommend to you, as you get your buddy bags, cut off the name tag on the packaging and put it in the bag, because once you start using buddy bags, you're going to fall in love with them. And that makes it easy to remember which one is which, because we have so many different sizes. Okay, so let's take a look at what's happening in the bundle today. I'm going to start with Monica.
Yeah.
So Monica is our 4x6 gal, and so she is perfect for photo organization, small card organization. If you still have project life cards that you're trying to manage and organize, Monica is a great choice for that. So I've got photos organized in here. I just kind of put a bunch of things in here to give you a good idea of what was going to fit, right? But card blanks, maybe cards that you've already made and you're trying to protect. So anything in that 4x6, embossing folders, anything like that are going to be perfect in the Monica buddy bag. And then next up, we've got Teresa. And Teresa is this tall, skinny gal here, long, skinny gal. And she is perfect for things like re-inkers, glitter glues, you know what those are, baker's twine,
yeah.
Shaker shape fillers, right? Any of your little small containers, Teresa is going to be your gal. Now, one of the great things, like I mentioned earlier about the pull tabs on these, or little handles, is that you can drop buddy bags into your craft tote vertically and then pull them in and out by the little handle. So if you've got that craft tote sitting next to your chair and you can load it up with your buddy bags, put those handles up, and now when you want to pull something out, you're at that crafting event, or maybe you're just moving around your house crafting, you can just reach down, pull out what you need, and bring it to your workspace. So you're going to love that about buddy bags too. Next up is Terry, and Terry is our pen marker storage bag, and she's ideal for longer pens and markers. Oh, that's not Terry, that's her little sister Deborah. So you can see this Terry is loaded up with the Spectrum Noir tri-blends, 18 or 19 tri-blends you're going to get in the Terry buddy bag. She works for other long markers as well. So we're talking about Tombow, Artist Law, Chameleon, any of those types. And then she's got a little Velcro on the back. So when you roll back the lid, you can actually use Terry to work in and out of with your pens and markers. And I know some of you are thinking, well, that looks great, Tiffany, but my manufacturer says I'm not supposed to store my markers vertically. I'm supposed to store them laying flat. That's another joy of the buddy bag. You can store it flat by turning it this way. You can store it flat by turning it this way. And now you're meeting those guidelines provided by your manufacturer. Okay, who is next?
Next up is Dawn.
We have got Dawn. All right, so Dawn. So one thing I also want to mention, so here's Dawn. Dawn has 4 boxes, but think about your buddy bags for other things outside of your craft room. So Dawn, as an example, she's got 4 little organizer boxes inside. She has 2 strips of loop fabric, so you can either fill her full and use that top, or you can tighten that up with shorter items in the Dawn buddy bag. So this is all Band-Aids, all different sizes of Band-Aids. A lot of you know I raised 2 boys. Band-Aids were a regular thing. So I just have this in the bathroom drawer with the flap rolled back, and so I have access to all of those things, and they stay nice and neat and tidy. But if I'm going to do a trip with my husband and we want to take this along as part of our first aid kit, I can just close it up and take it with me. Think about that. Obviously, this is from the bathroom, but think about that in your craft room drawers, right? Just rolling back those lids on your buddy bags. So this one is all loaded up with buttons, organized by color and some bias tape, that type of thing. So now, if I put this in my drawer, I've got the quintessential drawer organizer for craft supplies. But if I want to travel with any of these things, I can just close them up, pop them in my tote, boom, just like that.
Yeah.
Come home, right back in the drawer. So as drawer organizers, they work amazing, and then they're really easy to travel with as well. So that is Dawn, who also happens to be the right size to hold tea bags. So if you have you need tea bags in your desk drawer or something, she can hold like 4 different flavors or styles of tea bags.
Barbara's up next.
Let's see. Barbara Carlson, thanks for joining us today. It's good to have you on board. This bag is named after Barbara Carlson, who also loves it. Now, it was designed for your larger magnetic, close to my heart ink pads, and it will hold 10 of them. And again, when you're working with it, you can go right side up, or you can go this way, so you pull these in and out really easily. But your manufacturer might say store your ink pads upside down, in which case, well, now you've met that requirement as well. But great for things like Sharpies. This is one of Barbara's favorite ways to use her Barbara bag. I have a little bit of a Sharpie addiction myself, so I've got my Barbara bag loaded. So Denise is great for lots and lots of markers, and especially for shorty markers, right? So there are 3 boxes in Denise. I've got this middle one empty, so you can kind of see how that works. And what that allows you to do, so if this whole bag was just one big cavernous opening, all of these pens and markers would fall over onto themselves, which is why, with many of the bags that have multiple boxes, why we do that. It keeps everything upright. It keeps everything accessible. This is going to work great for Copics, Artesia, the original Spectrum Noir. They're all in here, and you're going to get about 100 pens in the Denise Buddy bag. And again, use it with your pen standing up, store it on its side, and you've met that requirement or that recommendation for the manufacturers to keep your double tip markers on the side.
Shelly's
Smelly
next.
Shelley next. Here
Smelly
we
Shelley.
go. I shouldn't say that, Smelly Shelley. That's not very nice.
You say it every time, though. It makes me laugh.
I know, it's kind of, I can't help it. I also have to sing, come on, Irene, whenever we do the Irene bag. You know that's the name of the song. Shelley was designed for washi tape, and I know that your question is, how many rolls of washi tape can I get in my Shelley bag? And your washi tape comes in so many different widths, but you got about 11 inches here. So that's 22 half-inch rolls or 11 one-inch rolls, but quite a few. So you can see I've got micro ribbons loaded in this one. This type of small ink pad, so this is the Catherine Pooler type small ink pad size. I've got 2, 4, 6, 8, and I've also stored my little foam pads that match the ink right there in the bag as well. Great for small, the teardrop inks, the memento inks, or also your little square inks. So you're gonna get 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16 teardrops, but you are gonna get 24 small ones because you can put another one on the top there. So great for that. And in the interest of making sure that I'm showing you all the different ways you could use them. So this is just golf balls and tees.
Oh, cool.
Fits really nicely into my golf bag. So lots of different ways for you to be able to use the different buddy bags. Not necessarily just for craft supplies, right?
Yeah.
Great to travel with in a number of different ways.
It's Merle
All right,
Pearl next.
Merle the Pearl. So Merle is awesome for things like ribbon. Oh, look at this. Conveniently, all St.
Like you planned it.
Very nice, right? So Merle has this functionality of being able to work as a dispenser as well for your ribbon, right? So you're not making a mess everywhere, and you don't have to have a spool going through your ribbon. So she's great for ribbon, but she also has these ear flaps on the end, right? So if you wanted to put something in Merle where you thought, oh, I want to keep it safe, it's small, skinny, maybe seam turners, knitting needles, crochet hooks, that type of thing, that might slide out the ends, then you can close up the ends with those little ear flaps. So the Merle Buddy Bag is great for ribbon, but also great for all kinds of tool storage, sewing tool storage, that type of thing. She's really, she's super versatile in terms of what she'll hold.
Last one is Lisa to complete the collection.
Lisa! Woo! Last but not least in our bundle today. So Lisa, and this is, I can't believe we have this in stock. It comes in and goes out so quickly. I was thrilled to see it as part of today's bundle. Perfect for 12 by 12 paper organization and storage. I've used it with the 12 by 12 paper storage box dividers here to kind of label each section of paper that I have in there. So it's great for that. It is also great for just project planning. So maybe you're working on, a couple of pages for your scrapbook for a particular theme, a Disney trip, a wedding, whatever. You've got all the bits and pieces. They can all go into one Lisa bag, and you've got this little grab and go kit. Susie and I were just talking before the show about traveling. This is a great way to travel with a project. My mom puts her big embroidery hoop in there. She does a lot of quilting squares that have embroidery on them. So she's able to put everything that she needs right in here and then just travel with it. Super easy, very compact. You can see into it, which is always great. So the Lisa Buddy Bag, really kind of a bonus in this bundle, Ben. We haven't had this for a while, so that is awesome and a great addition to the bundle today.
Yeah, it's a really, really great bundle, and I can hear producer Johnny chatting in my ear. We don't have huge quantities of the bundle, but you're going to get every single one of those buddy bags that you have just seen there within this set, and it is fantastic. I know, if you've got buddy bags already, we're preaching to the converted here. You just know how great these are, but there is literally a buddy bag for every craft supply. And as you've seen as well, you're going to take these outside of your craft. You're going to be using these for all sorts of storage solutions around the home, for loads of other hobbies as well. This is a great opportunity to either stock up on your buddy bags or indeed start your collection and start getting organised in your craft room. Loads of you chatting on the socials as well about how many Totally Tiffany products you think that you have, which is quite funny. Katie Hartley says, Crafters TV, not enough. Well, get some more this evening, Katie. That's what you need to do. I think I have an addiction problem, says Michelle Denise, when it comes to Totally Tiffany items. And Roseanne Carbone says, the answer is a lot. Will that suffice? It'll do. We can kind of calculate just about how many that is. And Rosalind Russell says, I can't even begin to count. They're in the bathroom, they're in the kitchen, they're in the laundry room, they're in the car, they're in travel bags, they're in my craft room. Just goes to show, Tiffany, doesn't it, that these buddy bags, I know you've touched on this, but these will work anywhere in your day-to-day life outside of craft as well. You've got a buddy bag for everything pretty much.
Pretty much everything there's a buddy bag for, and that's really, really important because they do work everywhere. And kind of the most important, or the most functional thing I think about buddy bags is that I try to make them as clear as possible. So sometimes we have heavier boxes and you can't see the boxes. But what's important to me, and especially the older I get and the harder it is to see things, is that I can see everything. I can pick this bag up and look in, and I can see every single thing that's in there. So if you're pulling out something like my little first aid kit that's under the car seat, and the carpets are black and the seats are black, when I look in there, I can still see everything, right? So it's one of the keys, Ben, to the buddy bag, the success of the buddy bag line. They're lightweight, they're inexpensive, they're visible, they're portable. It hits every facet of crafting and just general storage around your home.
Absolutely right, because especially with craft, you spend all of this money on these amazing craft items and you put them away and you can't see them, you forget about them, you don't use them. I mean, it's ridiculous, really. And you look at the scene just behind Tiffany, you'll see it again in a second, everything is there in those buddy bags. You can see everything. There you go, look, everything behind. Everything Tiffany can see, she knows where everything is, she can see where everything is. It's a perfect storage solution, space maximized, but then you can see everything that's there so you can get your hands in it nice and easily. Loads of lovely comments coming through. Thank you as well, by the way, for all of the St. Patrick's Day messages. Mary Pat is saying in Montana, they say today is the day where everyone gets to be Irish. There is huge celebrations in, I don't know how you pronounce this, but it's spelled B-U-T-T-E. Is that butt or butty?
Butte.
Oh, it's neither of those. Tiffany's going, Butte. Bismarck said I said that. With, not but. With a parade and partying all day and night. And Katie Hartley, just will touch on these one more time, says these bags are brilliant. They've taken me from a crafter who has tons of everything to even more everywhere due to me buying more and filling them. But the good thing is, when you've got these, you can store away that stuff and you can get it easily to hand. Now, great deal here. However, we do have a new buddy bag to introduce to you who arrived on the scene just recently. I know when she was launched, very, very popular indeed. And we did have her earlier on today in a bit of a double act, but unfortunately her partner, Faylene, sold out. So brand new, the Chastity buddy bag, but limited stock. So you're going to have to be quick if you want to pick her up. It's £9.35 today, platinum, $10.79. Interested on the name on this one, Tiffany, and also what we're going to be using Chastity for?
So if you're new to Buddy Bags, most of them are named after people like Barbara and Terry, who have been supporters of the brand and supporters. When I say supporters of the brand, I mean they spend a lot of time helping other people get organized, right? If you looked at our Facebook page and our 30,000 followers asking questions, I could never answer all of those myself. So most of the Buddy Bags are named after people who in some way are contributing to the Totally Tiffany brand. Chastity is one of those. She is Chic is creative, Chic is creative on Instagram. Super creative gal. She uses all the Totally Tiffany products and supports us every way that she can. And so this Buddy Bag was named after her, and it was designed to hold your square ink pads, your distress ink pads. So we came out with the Stephanie Buddy Bag. Everybody loved it, and they said, I need one of those for my square ink pads, and that is what Chastity is all about. A couple of unique things you want to know about Chastity. First of all, you might be looking at how I'm opening this and going, why does she have the opening in the back? The reason I have the opening in the back is because if I put the boxes in this way, you lose the top color of ink pad, right? When the box is filled all the way to the top. But if you put all the boxes in what feels like they're going backwards, then you can see all the color of inks with no problem. Mm-hmm. So there's 4 boxes, and then you're also going to get, which you probably already noticed, my ink pads are all color labeled, this sheet of little stick-on paper stickers, and you get 30 of them, and that is how I have labeled my ink pads, so I know the true color of those ink pads inside the Chastity Buddy Bag. So you're going to be able to get 2, 4, 6, you can get 7 ink pads in each one, right? That's going to fill it to the very top. They also have this nice little pull up. They have a little hole at the top, so it's easy to pull out the box and set it back down. And then, of course, they're stored flat. And you can stack 2 to 3 Chastity bags on top of each other. I'll do that in just a minute, kind of show you what that looks like to create kind of this look and see all of your things. And then also, I've just got some re-inkers in here just kind of to show you what that size would look like. You can get about 9 re-inkers. Well, you can probably get a couple more in there as well, but easy to store re-inkers as well. So great for obviously the distress inks. For those of you who use different types of tools, these are all the tools that go with my button press. So large, medium, small, and then the cutting piece right there. But really, if I want to, whatever size button press I want to work with, I can just pull out that cube and have everything that I need. So really easy tool storage for certain kinds of tools. This one I've just got kind of a random assortment of things in. Some paints, some jewelry making wire here. Of course, it's going to fit most of your 3-inch rolls of ribbon, and then your smaller cards and cardstock. If you like to make those mini cards, those artist trading cards, that dimension fits perfectly in the Chastity bag as well. And of course, Ben, what about your glitter, right? Your glitter paste or your gilding flakes. Look at how beautiful that is. That's another thing about clear stuff. Sorry, I feel like I'm peeking over the wall there. It's inspiring, right? If you walk into your craft room and you see this, you go, wow, that looks fun, that looks inspiring. Oh, I have gilding flakes, I have glitter paste, I can get to it, I can use it. So being able to see everything is key, not only to be able to find it, but it also, Ben, is going to inspire you to craft, which is really important as well.
Absolutely right. And just to go into show there again with Chastity, there is literally a buddy bag for everything. If you're yet to pick this one up, go swiftly on it because we don't expect the stock to last. £9.35 or $10.79 if you're a platinum member. Olga just saying, I have over 146 Totally Tiffany products without counting scrap rack and scrap wrap pages. I love Totally Tiffany. I can see a bit of a competition going on here to see who has got the most. Beth saying, I've got a full double scrap rack, 2 rolling carts, 1 evolving paper cart filled with paper handlers, 3 pen palaces, 2 rotating clipboards, glue gun holder, and more bags than I can count. We can definitely say that, Beth, you are a Totally Tiffany fan. And Susan Phillips saying, I have buddy bags in been used all over my house and the garage, as well as the slide, stash and store. And just so many of you saying how much you love these. Lynn says, I'm saving my Chastity bag for my new glitter paste. There you go. As Tiffany's just been chatting there, love my saving my Chastity bag for my glitter paste that will be here very soon. If you want to pick up Chastity though, do go quickly. £9.35, $10.79. That will sell out. As I said, we don't really have huge stocks on anything tonight, so it is a case of getting in quickly, grabbing the deals, getting them checked out, and taking the most of the advantage of the prices that we've got on the show this evening. As always, if you've got any questions you want to fire away, feel free to. I know Tiffany will be more than happy to answer those questions. But let's move on to another fantastic deal. When it comes to storage, you have your storage and supply case selection. We'll go through this with Tiffany, but this is the 2-drawer, the 4-drawer, and the 6-drawer as well. You can see in the ones that we've just got in the studio here, housing a multitude of different items. So useful once again. That's your 2-drawer there. Your 4-drawer, we've got some of our glues and 3D glues and tape stored in there too. And you're even going to get the 6-drawer included as well. Such clever design, and again, a great way for you to be able to store these on your shelves, but also to be able to pick and choose maybe some crafty items that you want to take on a little holiday or to go into a friend's house, to have them all contained there. And again, easy to hand, as you'll see with Tiffany in just a few moments time. Should be $42.97 this, or $54.97, but we're giving you that saving this evening of £10.97, $13.97. Platinum price is incredible at £25.60 or $32.80. Once again, not a huge stock on this, so if you want to get in now, get in your basket and get them checked out. We will give you a break in just a little while to give you a chance to do that, but if you like the look of these, get them in your basket. Tiffany, chat us around these. I mean, they're clever for the fact that, again, great for storage, great for taking with you. And I love the fact that we've got a selection here because we've got the 2, the 4 and the 6. I mean, so many choices for storage here.
Right, and they really are designed around the craft supplies that we're using. So one of the cool things about the 2-drawer, the 4-drawer, and the 6-drawer is that dimensionally they all work together. So you're getting all 3 of them in the bundle. Once you get them, you can mix and match the container that you put them in to be exactly what you want them, to fit exactly what you want. So this example, I pulled out 2 of the 4-drawer, and I'm sliding in one of the 2-drawer, right? So now I have this 3-drawer compartment section. It can work. So whatever you're putting in there, mix and match those drawers. You can also do the same thing with the 6-drawer, where you can pull out 3 of the 6 drawers, and it'll fill half of one of the containers as well. So you really can customize these, Ben, to be exactly what you want for crafting. And you might notice these 2 little black dots here. So this is the 4-drawer, and I just used 2 little binder clips to clip those 2 drawers together. And that, when I pull the front drawer, the back drawer is going to come right out with it as well. So there's your tips and tricks for how to use these guys. I want to show you one other thing real quickly. Let me put all my toys back together. But you can also see how quick and easy it is because they all fit together dimensionally. Putting them, in whatever configuration you want makes it really, really simple, fast, easy. You can also stack them, right? So now if I have these on a shelf, now I've created this little drawer system.
Yeah.
I can label the front of the drawers, pull things in and out, and I've got this sort of miniature drawer system where everything is going to stay organized. But if I want to travel with it, I can pull it off the shelf and take it with me. So, right here, so I've got 2 of the 6 drawers, right? So these are loaded with washi tape, and they're just labeled at the end, right? So there's washi tape. These are like themes and sentiments washi tape, and Christmas and spring. Got jewelry making here. But again, they're just easy on and off the shelf. A variety of different supplies you can put in there. So I just kind of mixed and matched some things so you get some the flexibility here of the 6 drawer. There's some coloring pencils in there. I've got a coloring book in the back. There's a little extra space in the back. Just slid that coloring book right in there. They're great for storing things like cords and cables, right? We've got all those cameras, phones, all of our electronics, all little power cords. Mine are just all labeled right here in cords and cables. Easy to find, easy to use. All that stuff. Maybe you want to group your supplies by color. So this is all different red and pink. And I've got one, the 2 drawer, and then the 3 keeps the 3 drawer from the 6 keeps that even organized as well. tool stuff. So this is all different foils. So I've got small foils and I've got bigger rolls of foils and flat foils. And these are our 8x5 pockets you see on this side in the reverse here. 8x5 pockets with my flat foils, my sheets of foil in there. So really just a simple way to store all kinds of things. And they're durable and strong. So these are punches, so they're quite heavy.
Yeah.
But we do have the reinforced handle on top. That makes it great. We've got a side pull handle, so you're watching me pull these on and off the shelf, right? Label pocket as well. So the versatility of these, then, it's amazing. All the different things you can use with them. Carry them from the top, carry them from the side. If you're using our lowest tote, they are going to fit, I think you can get 4 or maybe 5 of them.
Amazing.
In a tote. So easy to carry, easy to transport. And this is just a solution that everybody can use across their craft room. And again, throughout the house, you're going to find great uses for the storage and supply cases. I love them. They're one of my favorite things that I've ever.
Lovely. I love the fact that you've shown one of those with punches in, because Denise was just asking would the punches fit in that buddy bag. Absolutely, you can see. Miriam's just asking the size on these as well, Tiffany, the size of the storage and supply cases. She's asking if they're 12 by 12. They're not 12 by 12. What is the size of those?
They're 9 by 12. There is a 12 by 12 version available on the website. So, but these are 9 by 12. So they're going to fit anything that's like A4, 8.5 by 11. Right, is kind of the base dimension. They all have the interior tray. Let me pull these out so you can kind of see. So again, I'm all about the stability of things holding their shape.
Yeah.
So all of them have this interior liner tray, and that's what gives it that hardiness, right? That steadiness of holding those. You know, if you put 2 or 6 boxes in a bag with no tray, it's just going to crumble up on itself and everything's going to dump out. So these are the exterior dimensions of this is 9 by 12. Interior is more A4, 8.5 by 11, but exterior with a little trim and everything, 9 by 12.
Awesome. Keep the questions coming. As I say, this is a great time to ask anything you wanted to know about totally Tiffany products, but were too afraid to ask. Ask them tonight, because Tiffany is here in person. I don't know about anyone else, says Katie. But Totally Tiffany products give me a lot of satisfaction, lol. Well, the thing is, they will give you satisfaction because they're going to get your craft room organised. You're going to be able to see all of your crafty goodies there. And again, at prices like this tonight, of course, you're going to be satisfied. The 2, 4 and 6 drawer storage and supply case selection, just £25.60 or $32.80. So worth snapping up this evening. Dana was just saying, which buddy bag will the new Crafter's Companion glitter paste fit in? You showed, which was the one a minute ago you showed with the glitter paste in? That was Chastity.
Chastity's gonna fit, but you know, if we sell out of Chastity, the Merle buddy bag will also hold, I think, 6 of them.
Yeah.
So you have 2 options. Chastity's gonna hold 12. I think Merle's gonna hold 6 or 7 of them.
Excellent stuff.
2 options.
Loads of options as per usual. Next item to bring to you is the amazing Craft and Carry workstation. These are absolutely brilliant. And again, at a price tonight where you're saving 25%, Platinum save an extra 20% on top of that. So you're down to £17.99 or $20.99. These are just brilliant. The pink, by the way, is limited stock. There's green on the screen, which means it soon won't be seen. There you go, limited. Bigger stock of the black. But as you'll see with Tiffany in just a second, I love these for the fact that when you're not using them, they can pack down quite small. I can imagine these are great to travel with. You know, if you're going away for a while potentially, these are absolutely brilliant because they pack down small. But then when you open them up, there is literally a compartment for everything. Tiffany will show you all around this, but you've got little hook and loop slats in there so you can compartmentalize areas. But if I just give you a brief little look around, look at all of the different levels that you've got. Look at the amount of goodies that I've got stored in the back of mine here. I've got 3 12 by 12 pads. I've got the guillotine around the back. There is literally a pocket for everything here. And when you think of the size of this, you can fit in so many craft room items. I think something like this, again, is particularly great. Maybe if you don't have a designated craft room and you're needing access to all of your goodies right in front of you on the table, then this is absolutely perfect for that, because there is literally a space for everything. $17.99, $20.99 is your price at Platinum. Pink is limited. We do have more stock of the black available for you as well. Just flashing up the. Are we getting the details? Yes, we are. Flashing the details up of that. Same price, more stock in the black. I think the pink, obviously, more popular because it's pink. But let's have a look at this with Tiffany. Love this, Tiffany. Such a great idea once again. But you can pack in so many crafty items into this workstation.
Absolutely. So as you were saying, it comes flat packed, right? So you're going to get this little strap that goes around it, and that holds it flat when you're not using it. But you can see it gets quite small, so it's really easy to travel with or store in your craft room when you're not using it. And then you're just going to release that strap, and then each of the 3 sections has this little insert for the bottom. So you're just going to pack that little insert down into the bottom of each of the sections. That's going to give your craft and carry workstation the shape and stability that you need to hold everything. Stuff that one in there. Don't be afraid to really pack it into. It's supposed to be nice and tight in there. And then you can just roll up your little strap. I usually just stick it in one of the pockets on the side so that I don't lose it while I'm working, right? And it goes. And now I've got, you can see, Ben was talking about the different sections, the different, so there we go. So you can see these little pieces move around. So you can close them across or leave them open to create bigger sections. Okay, why did I think this was necessary? I thought this was necessary because 2 years ago, I was creating Christmas cards at the table in our TV room. I was watching a movie with my husband and making Christmas cards, and I had stuff everywhere, right? And then I had to bring it all out, and then I used it everywhere, and then I had to clean it all up, and I thought there's got to be a better way to do this. And so that is why the Craft and Carry workstation was born. I was able to take the paper pads, the dies, the stamps, the inks, everything I was working on with those Christmas cards and put it all in a Craft and Carry workstation so I could work on each card, but then put all the supplies back. And then I could pick up the whole Craft and Carry workstation, take it back to my craft room, and then bring out the project again when I wanted to finish it. So it made it easy to craft where I was and keep everything organized. And it also made it easy to put it away for a little while. Finally, when I was done with the project, I could just take my Craft and Carry workstation and walk around my craft room, putting things away wherever they belonged, and then fold up the Craft and Carry workstation and store it away. So this one is loaded up with a scrapbooking project, right? This is a double page layout. So I'm just gonna pull the pieces out of here as I talk through this and show you what the difference is. So I know you can't see down on my desktop, but normally I would have this double page layout and I would have my pictures, right, going. So I'd be doing the layout, and then I would have all these other bits and pieces that were going to go on the layout. And I would have pulled them out, and they're on the desktop. But I also need my glue. I'm going to use some. I'm going to use some of these things and one of these. And pretty soon, as I pulled out all the things, all the bits and pieces that I want to use to work on this project, including my tools and my scissors, some tape. Oh, I've got my bling, of course. And I'm going to definitely use these little chipboard letters that spell out the word fun on my little tags. So my entire desktop now is covered with stuff, and I'm literally tapping around going, where are those letters? Where's that bling, right? And now it's time to clean up, and I've got this big mess. Well, the Craft and Carry workstation, as long as I'm just putting things in and out of it as I'm working, everything is visible, everything is accessible. So I can put, whether it's blank paper scraps that I've already cut from that project, I can put those right back in this big pocket in the back here. I've even got room in my Craft and Carry workstation for my favorite thing, which is my pop-up trash can. Right?
Oh, great.
So I've got the pop-up trash can right down there on the fork. I'm able to keep my space clean as I'm working, and then I'm just going to close that back up and put it back in that back pocket where Ben had his trimmer. Super easy. But everything, Ben, as you can see, in 2 minutes, I've got everything cleaned up. But I do have these nice clear pockets along the front as well. So smaller items, I can stuff into those clear pockets, right? And I can find them. So that's one of the challenges. You start taking out small things, and then they get buried. Well, now I've got all those pieces, right? So the only thing I really need to have on my workspace are the things that are actually on my layout. So all the things I pulled out that I thought I might use, which we know, that isn't what happens. You haul out tons of stuff, But the thing, you don't use all of those things, and then you've got to put them away. But this makes it fast and easy. And because you've got that 12 by 12 space in the back, even long things like your thicker stickers or your 12 by 12 paper pads, all of those things are going to fit in there with no problem. Well, now I can use that space in front of me to just work on my layout and have that layout. Everything's accessible. Again, super visible, but I'm not varying things as I go. So, craft and carry workstation, great on so many levels for crafting, but think about it, Ben, for other things as well. If you're a planner junkie like I am, all of your planner supplies could be in here. Extra pages, extra discs, your markers, your basic stamps, your rulers, your journaling stuff. If you do dot journaling, all of those supplies could be right here in one craft and carry workstation. And you can literally take it off your desk and go to the TV room or store it in the closet or whatever you want to do. But it's also great as just a basic desk organizer. So if you're organizing bills and papers, of course, you've got pens and scissors and tape and paper clips and all those kind of things. It is a great miniature desk as well. You're going to be able to fit everything into it and have access to everything just that fast and that easy. So really, I think I'm sure you're seeing this in the feed actually. Most people who started with one craft and carry workstation now actually have multiple craft and carry workstations because they're so handy.
Yeah, they are. And you know what? You're absolutely right. I can read you a few stories that have come through here, actually. Barbara Carlson, you know, Barbara, the bag Barbara. Barbara says, I have one of the workstations set up for my Christmas cards, another of things that need to be away, one for planning, and one as a mailing station. So there you go, multiple uses and multiple reasons to buy. That's why you might want to come in and buy another one this evening. Carlotta says, I have 2 workstations and I'm considering getting a third. Because that's the other thing as well, I can imagine that potentially you start on one project, and if you've used one craft and carry workstation, then you start on another project. How nice to have all of these projects set away in different workstations so that you can just take to the living room or the dining room so you can craft with friends as you go. Fred says, craft and carry works well to hold a small laptop and all you need for a travelling office. Just sit it on the floor of your car and go. Valerie Rollins saying, love my pop-up trash can as well. I have it on a plant stand, so I scrape bits off in my hand and into the trash. And Anne Richards saying, I actually ordered another workstation from the deals earlier in the week, even though I haven't received my first. Very glad that I did. And also thank you, Anne, who says, I've received my order from last week's cartload today. It included the craft and carry workstation, which is the first totally Tiffany item I've bought, but it also contained my Ben joke book and a couple of jokes made me lol. Well, that's good news. Just a couple. I mean, there's about 50 in there, but a couple. We'll take a couple. That's great. So hi to both of you, she says. And also Lillian Kwok says, I'm sitting amidst a pile of totally Tiffany bags after an afternoon of crafting. No table to craft on, so everything's getting dragged off to the sofa. Big mess. Well, you need more of these bags. You need more of these craft and carry workstations. The pink is limited. The black we have more stock of, but do not hang around. Now, this next item, I've got to tell you, I just think is absolutely genius, and it has been flying out of the door today. Take a look at the price on your screen, and don't be disbelieving here. A few people earlier on again were saying, well, the price is wrong there. The price that you're seeing on screen is for the full desk-made system. You're going to get this complete storage system. For the price on screen, $38.07, $45.40. The great thing about this too is if you've already got the base of this and you're needing more of the pods, we have all of those available for you individually. But once again, this is all about organization. This is all about having everything to hand in front of you need for when you're crafting. And the great thing is, as Tiffany will show you, you get the little clips to go with these too, so you can kind of have these in the kind of order that you want. You can take them out of the actual base itself, have these set up on your craft desk separately, clip them together so you can pull them around. But the great thing is you've got spaces for your pens, you've got spaces for your tools, you've got spaces again for your bigger items like those paper pads and things like your guillotines and your plates you can pop in there. And, and even if you wanted to, you could use some of these, like we were hearing from, I think it was Lillian a few moments ago, just talking about using certain items for popping your bits and pieces in when you're crafting. You might want to use one of these pods just to put your bits and pieces in to then take to the trash can a little bit later on. But the price that you're seeing is for the full collection. You are going to get 10 clip pods included with this as well. But if you do want to go individually on some of these deals, you can do that also. So do check the website for full details on all of that. But let's go back to Tiffany and have a look around her desk, Maid. This is just brilliant again, Tiffany, because you've kind of like come up with a storage space for every crafty item, really.
You know what? This is a big problem solver for keeping whole collections of things together as well, which I'm going to show you in a minute. I want to go through each of the sections, though, each of the pods. So I'm going to start with the bottom piece, the tray. So the tray, I'll turn it sideways here, and you can see it's taller in the back, right? So the tray is 15 inches front to back. It's 13 inches across. It's 5.5 inches tall, which means this tray is going to slide right into your IKEA Kallax or Expedit. So if you have those cubes from IKEA and you are like challenged by reaching all into the back and knocking everything over on the way back there, this is going to solve that problem. You've got the little handle on the front. You'll load up the tray, you pull it forward, take out what you need, and slide it back. So it's almost like adding a drawer to your cube storage system. It also works for the big box retailer cubes, which are a little bit bigger than the IKEA cube. And it does have this wooden bottom in it, so that's going to be nice and sturdy, nice and flat. I'm just going to slide that in. So that is the base piece, the tray. Next we have the large cube, and this has also a divider on the inside of it, right? So you can fold this flat, and then it's 12 by 12. Or you can put that divider across, and now you've got that 8.5 by 11 side. You've got this smaller side here, which I love for rulers and templates and long skinny things. It works great for that. So this is 13 across by 10 by 3 deep. So next, one of my favorite things, this is what I call the trash can, right? So for years, people have asked me for a smaller version of the pop-up trash can, which was difficult for me because it's round and tiny, right? So it's hard to get things in, and I thought, how can I address that? So now what you've got is this 6x6 cube. So it's easy, especially with card making, where you're making so many little tiny scraps. It becomes this little desktop trash can. So it's perfect, the perfect use for that. This is the medium cube. It's 6.5 by 8 by 3.25. I don't want you guys all to think I'm really brilliant and just remember all the dimensions. This is like my cheater thing, right? I got the dimensions written on there. But they all fit together. And you're seeing, again, with the clips, every one of these pods has all around all four sides the band, and that is how you clip them together. So if you're not using them packed into the tray, and I'll show you this in just a minute, you can clip these together in little groups and clusters all around your craft room, all around your house, your desk, my husband has a set on his desk. He has a set out in the garage for tools and stuff, so you can clip them anywhere you want them to go. So this is the small pod, 6.5 by 5 by 1 3/4. It also has one divider on the inside, just like everything else folds flat if you don't want to use it. And then you've got the little tool bucket here, right? So this is 3 by 6 by 3. And you've got the little pen and pencil holder here, 2 by 4 by 3. All the dimensions are on the website. So now this has 2 totally removable panels. So you can divide this into 3 sections.
Yeah.
This one isn't divided, so I've used that little band around the outside as a place to store the panels. So you may only use one panel. If you're not using both panels, you can store them right in the outside thing. You can see how they all fit together in this nice little neat bundle. That's going to slide on and off the shelf. You're going to be able to carry it around your room or space. Even if you're just using a regular shelf, not the cubes, it'll definitely work on a regular shelf as well. Okay, so let's look at what they look like when they're full of stuff. So this is my little design center cube, right? And you can see I can just pull one around and they all come, because they're clipped. Well, there's a clip here holding these 2 together, and then there's 2 clips holding them in the back. So I've got this nice, neat little cube, kind of all my basic design stuff. Does work with our 8.5 by 5 pocket. So if you're looking for that type of storage, I've got my little trimmer here and punches and rulers and that type of thing. So this little cluster goes on my design table, and all of those basic things. Here's your basic crafting supplies, right? 6x6 paper. I've got my sheets of double-sided adhesive foam here. Got my double-sided foam tape. Again, different adhesive sprays, pop dots, red liner tape, scissors, rulers, paintbrushes, all different sizes of paper. So 8x8 papers here, 12x12, all in one nice, neat, tidy, easy to use, easy to move around, super convenient. Now, I know lots of you are Gemini class, who isn't? So this is all Gemini stuff. So I've got the MIDI, the Mini, the Junior, and the Gemini plates and instruction books for all of them. And I have my foil press, right? I've got my basic tools here. And I guess I even have the Mini right here, right? But all the different things that I need. So if I'm gonna do die cutting, I can just pull this out of my IKEA cube, bring it to my work table, and regardless of which Gemini I decide to use, I've got all the right plates and the instructions and the basic tools, pokey tools, scissors, all of those things, bone folder, tape, other adhesives, they're all just right here. So one of the things I'm sorry, I'm talking to my own minute. So one of the things that makes crafting difficult sometimes is finding everything and putting things away, right? So once you get organized with something like this, everything that you need to create that project or work with that specific tool is in one place. It's heavenly because you think, oh, I don't have that much time because I have to find everything and pull it out. But if everything is organized, this is one of my mantras if you've been following me for any amount of time, keep things together, you use together. It makes it easier to craft, even if you have a short amount of time, Ben, right? If you want to do die cutting, foil press, and everything I need to do that is right here, it's the perfect solution. Keeping things together, you use together, visible, accessible, portable. This really is a no-brainer all over your crafting, especially at this price, Ben. It's an amazing price tag.
Yeah, it is today. Well, if you're platinum, it's a half price deal. Let's just talk about it honestly. If you're a platinum member today, you're not paying the £60 or the $72. You're at £30.46, $36.32. Incredible value for money and just a great solution. I forgot about that as well. The fact that you've got the handle on the front there, so you can slot it into those Calyx units. So it is there again. It's all about maximising that space, isn't it? And making sure that everything is to hand when you need it to be to hand. It's a great system. £30.46. $36.32, and if you maybe have got some of the components already and you want to buy more of the different pods in there, you can. Those are available individually on the website for you, and all at half price as well. So plenty of reasons to shop. But listen, at this sort of price today, if you haven't yet picked this up, then you need to be jumping in and grabbing it. Not very often do you see this at this amazing price. I cannot believe we're almost halfway through the show. We'll get Tiffany to talk around this, but I've not seen the hang and hold for quite some time. But again, this is such a genius idea. What you're going to get within your hang and hold, we'll get the details up on the screen, is your 24-inch bar here. And this is incredible for the fact, again, if you're short of space, maybe, I don't know, you want to take some crafting outside, or maybe not even crafting. Maybe you want to take this with you when you go on things like picnics, for example. I'm hungry today, as you can probably tell. But this is a brilliant idea because you've got the bar itself, and then on the back, you've got those clamps there. So that's going to affix to most sizes of tables, whether indoor or out, maybe whether you're using this in the garage as well. And the actual hang and hold today does come with your three containers, if you like. You're going to get your tool bucket, you've got your basic bin in there, and you've also got your supply bin. All of these as well, if we just have a look at the little tool bucket there, that one comes with little dividers for you as well. So if you want to pop those in place, you've got the hook and mesh system once again there to be able to divide those up and again compartmentalize items within those little tool bags. And as you can see, once you've got that clamped on the front of your table, you can then decide which of the actual components you want to use. They've got the little hooks on the back there for you, and they very, very simply just clip on to the back of the bar, and away you go. So once again, it's totally portable. It's brilliant as well if you don't have like a designated space to craft with. You can simply take this to the kitchen, to the dining room, to the living room, clip it onto a table that you've got there, and away you go. But Tiffany, again, I sort of see this as being not just a great sort of item for your crafting, but great if you're, I don't know, looking for some storage in the garage. Great if you're going out and about as well. This is for storage and having things to hand in all walks of life, really, isn't it?
Yes, Ben, and it will fit everywhere. And one of the newest things I've heard of someone using it, she clipped it onto the changing table in her nursery.
Oh, that's a
and
great
she
idea.
has the basic bin, right? Like she has 2 or 3 of those, and she's got diapers and wipes and all the things that you need with a new baby. And because basically her changing table was too small to have any of those things. She had to have another shelf or whatever. And so this was a safe, secure place to put all of those things at hand. You talked about having it in the garage. My husband, who most of you know is an outdoor dude, he carries one with him in his truck, and he can clip it onto the tailgate of his truck when he gets to his camp spot. And now it's added all of the places for cooking things, or his magazine, maybe a beer in the toolbox, those type of things. He's got all different things, but what this does, and you kind of hit right on it, Ben, is it adds extra space.
Yeah.
So whether it's the edge of the table or a counter or maybe desk space, maybe you share a desk with your husband or your kids, or you have a homeschooling situation going on and you just need a little bit extra organizing space. The basic bin is going to hold 8.5 by 11 or A4 paper, so notebooks or any kind of paperwork that you're working on at home. It's going to work with our portrait orientation 8.5 by 11 tab divider pockets are going to fit in there as well. So you really can create more crafting space, more tool storage in the garage, more space on your baby changing table, more office organization space, anywhere that you need it, just by attaching that bar and then working with the different components to figure out what is going to be perfect for organizing the space that you're using it. And as you showed, Ben, it is a heavy-duty metal product. This product is going to last you forever. That's it. It's just super strong. All the little containers have that metal bracket. That's what holds them on the rack. Lots of them go 2 different directions. You saw the supply bin there. You can put that horizontally, or I guess landscape or portrait, however you want to look at that, length or width on the bar to get more or less space on the bar. And here's something else people don't realize. You've got 12 inches between the 2 clamps. You can overhang that bar, which is how I have mine on my desk, off the edge of the desk. So you really have created, and then you have 2 hanging sides, right? So if it was off the edge of the table, you can hang on the front side of the bar and the back side of the bar. So it really, really does maximize the space and those additional components that you can buy. So you can pick and choose a few other components to fill your bar depending on where you're going to hang it. It really is. It's one of the most fun things I've designed, just because of the way you can pull those things off and on and how it'll move around. And of course, just rambling on here, it is a great picnic table accessory, right? So put your plates and napkins and condiments into those different your silverware. Use the dividers in the tool bucket for that plastic silverware. And now you've got your picnic table. And if you have a tablecloth on your picnic table, it's going to help to hold that tablecloth in place if it gets a little bit windy. So I love it for that. I think I did that with it last summer. There's a couple of videos out about that as well. So really a functional piece then. Something that you, again, I guess that should be our theme tonight, right, Ben? These things work all over your life, not just in your house.
Absolutely right, and I'm big on the picnic idea. I've got to tell you, as I was telling you guys earlier on, I'm a bit of a diet at the minute, so I'm thinking food. But just to show you as well, on it is like a really sturdy bit of kit. And for me, like talking about this, being in the garage, for example, you think about how heavy some tools could be, like, your hammers and your drills and all these kind of things. You're gonna have no problem storing them in here, because this bar is a sturdy bit of kit. And you can see just how wide those clamps will open for you as well. So this is gonna fit everything, pretty much. And you can obviously go down super small with these as well. So, you've got no problem hanging this wherever you want it to go. And just like Tiffany was saying, you've got all of those different compartments that come with it, those little hang and hold items, and you've got those three. Well, you can hang these whichever way you like, really, because on the bigger one here, you can hang this with the two there that way round. You can hang it that way round. So again, so many different ways that you can hang these on the hang and hold, and you've got those three different compartments there as well for all sorts. Again, not just within your craft, but in general life as well. It's a great deal today. Again, £70. $100 is what you should be paying. We're down to £40 or $50 if you're a platinum member. Great saving on that today as well. Barbara just saying, I have 3 hang and holds, one for paper crafting, another for sewing, and a third in my small kitchen on my prep table. Because again, this will go everywhere. It will fit everything. Mary Pat is saying, I have 2 hang and hold systems, one for upstairs and the other for the lower level. I absolutely love it. I mean, this is just going to work anywhere in your life, isn't it? And at that price today, you need to be snapping it up. We are over halfway through the show already, so I tell you what, I know we've got lots of carts and baskets overflowing, so let's give you the opportunity to check out your baskets. And if you have just joined us, fear not, because we will recap on everything that we've shown you during the show. And again, if there's anything in particular that you want to see over the course of the next hour, just holler up on the socials and we will do that for you. But in the meantime, head to the checkout and we will come back with part 2 in about 3 or 4 minutes time.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the crafters' companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% off your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every £1, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
Welcome to Crafters TV. With more than 35 hours of live shows each week, it's your home for all things craft. We shine the spotlight on new and innovative crafting products with live tutorials and demonstrations. Join our family of craft experts where fun happens every day.
Come on, that was really funny, Ben. You did.
It was better than your I'm a gnome and I live in a caravan.
I am a gnome and I live in a caravan.
Can we clip that? We'll do it. Everybody's gone surfing, surfing USA.
Get creative and craft along. With our amazing deals, your next craft project is just a click away. Tune in live 7 days a week, or you can watch us on Catch Up at crafterscompanion.com, Facebook, or our YouTube channels. You can chat to us, craft along, and meet new friends by joining our online crafting community.
You entertain us, you give us a community to talk, in the chat. That wouldn't happen without you guys. It's like Crafters Companion is magical. There's magic here.
There's a show for every type of crafter, from first-time dabblers to full-time makers. Crafters TV, create every day.
We get to know people from places and walks of life that we wouldn't come across in our everyday life if it wasn't for Crafters TV and doing what we do.
I got so many lovely comments from people when I started doing the presenting, and it was just really such a lovely feeling. And it's nice that people keep messaging in. We see the same people, and we know you can build up that kind of relationship with those people. So it's just the fact that people like what we do and they're pleased. And I do love it when people send us photographs of the items that they've made.
We talk about customers, but really they go in as a customer but come out as a friend. The support that I get is amazing. The messages I get are amazing.
Me personally, it is personal interaction. I've never had the best of health. I've always been open about that with our viewers at Crafters TV. So many people are in the same situation as me health-wise. Other people have got a complete completely different health issues. They understand and they relate to what I'm going through, what others are going through. So whether we interact on a crafting basis or whether we interact on a health basis, a personal basis, we're all there to support one another. It is incredible.
The reaction of viewers when they come to meet us is worth all of the early mornings when we have to get up for our early morning shows.
Some of the customers come on as craft ambassadors and things like that, craft along with us, and being able to actually chat with them on air. Love it. I really love that connection with them.
We've had lots of shows where we've done like craft alongs, especially where we've had viewers craft along with us. We had a particular viewer, Joy, who joined us once before, and she literally made me cry on air, and Joe, because the things she said about us, it really was quite humbling that there are people out there that watch us and invite us into their living rooms and really treat us like family.
Welcome back, everybody. Happy Friday. The weekend starts here. What are we? Almost 7:10 here in the UK. Whatever you're doing for the rest of your Friday over in the US, I hope you have a brilliant one. If you're celebrating St. Patrick's Day, hopefully you're going to have a great time, whatever you're doing. A few of you did fire some suggestions my way earlier on as to how you celebrate. Was it eating corned beef? Someone said eating corned beef, cabbage and potatoes. Which sounds, that sounds pretty good to me, with a little bit of the black stuff as well and wearing some funky headgear. What more do you need? Die a few rivers green, you're away. Do the river dance, Johnny, that would be great as well. Doing the old river dance, I won't. By the way, we're going a bit off topic here, but if the demand is enough, at some point I will film producer Johnny doing the river dance. I feel like we should have filmed it today, Johnny, because it is absolutely uncanny. It was like, what was the name of the chap? Michael Flatley. It was that he showed me a few months back, and he's like, Michael Flatley had turned up at Crafters TV. Unbelievable, Johnny, with his dancing. Unbelievable. He's always been a bit of a dancer. Used to do tap dancing, but he had to give it up. Kept falling in the sink. Let's move on. Look, I can see Tiffany in my monitor. She's like that. That was pretty bad. Apologies, Tiffany. Apologies for that. Let's get back to business. If you missed the first hour of the show, first of all, where's your note? Secondly, we'll go through it again just for you. But it's been a brilliant show so far. Been super duper busy. And one of the deals which you guys have been snapping up in your droves has been this one. It's the Buddy Bag Star Buy, which should be setting you back almost £60, over $80. You're paying £28 or $36 this evening. It's all of these buddy bags here, which Tiffany will go through for you in lots of detail. But it's a huge haul that you're getting. You are going to receive all of these. We've got Monica and Teresa and Terry and Dawn and Barbara and Denise and Shelley and Mel and Lisa for under £30 if you're platinum, $36 if you're shopping in the US and you're a platinum member. And I think, you know what, without further ado, we should just have a good look through these and see the kind of things that you can be storing in them, and the reasons why you might want to have them. Again, I think it's always interesting to chat to Tiffany when she's live with us about these buddy bags. For people who are seeing these for the first time, this is a great sort of almost like a starter collection, because within here, Tiffany, you've got a buddy bag for most sort of crafty items, really, haven't you?
Absolutely. So this is a great warm-up group. If you're new to buddy bags, for those of you who are new to buddy bags, I'll give you kind of the quick info on why they're so popular and why people love them so much. First of all, they're lightweight, right? They're clear. You can see everything in them. They're very affordable. They're very accessible. They all have the little handle at the end, which means they drop into your tote easily if you're going to craft or crop or some sort of crafting event. You're traveling with your supplies. So that is our focus on these. Make them lightweight, visible, accessible, portable, all those things. All of them have at least one. Some of them have up to 4 of these little interior liner boxes. And what this does is give your buddy bag shape, and that shape helps keep everything organized and upright or in line or however you need it to be for that particular product. And you're going to see that as we go through the examples. One other little tip I want to give you is that when you get your buddy bags, cut the name tag off the buddy bag packaging and put it into the bottom of the bag. So when you say, oh, I love this bag, but I can't remember her name, you will be able to flip it over and see the name on the bottom of the bag. All of the buddy bags are named after people who have made some sort of contribution to the Totally Tiffany brand. Most of them are customers who help out on our Facebook group or Instagram, helping other people find what they need, giving advice, linking to videos, all of those type of things. So when you see the names, know that those names are significant in that way. Okay, so let's get started. There's the basic about the buddy bag. Let's talk about Monica first. Monica is 4x6, her basic dimension, which means she is great. And I just kind of filled this one up with mixed stuff so you could see. Things like 4x6 embossing folders are going to fit great in the Monica buddy bag. Of course, photos are a no-brainer in there, right? So I have these photos grouped together. They're labeled by whose album they're going to go into. It's a great way to sort and organize photos as you're getting ready to put them in a scrapbook or album. Perfect for blank cardstock, envelopes, any of the 4x6 size cards that you've made. Maybe you have maybe you make card fronts and you store those. It's a great way to keep all those things together, and then they're nice, neat, organized, again, visible and accessible. So anything in the 4x6 group is going to fit in the Monica buddy bag.
Yeah.
Next up, we have Terry. And Terry is ideal for your long, tall markers. So you can see this one I have loaded up with the tri-blends, the aquas and the regular tri-blends as well. And I can roll back the top, and there's another piece of fabric, of loose fabric back there, so it'll stay back. And now while I'm working with the markers, they're easy to get to, easy to see, all those things. So when I'm going to travel with them, I can just close that bag right back up, take it out the door, and it's ready to go. I know you heard me say this if you've been watching the show since the beginning, but some of you are looking at this and saying, Tiffany, my manufacturer says I should store my markers flat. One of the great things about not only marker storage, but any type of thing that you need to rotate around for storage is that now the markers are stored flat, or now they're stored flat. So think about that. You can move it around and store it any way you need to. This is also Terry here, and just different types of markers. So Tombow, Artist Lock, anything that's a little bit longer than kind of your standard pen or marker is going to be perfect in the Terry buddy bag, and then of course seal up nice and neat and tidy there. Okay, so that's Monica and Terry. We're going to talk about our girl Teresa next. Teresa is a little skinny gal. We'll have a couple here. We'll talk about how those are going to fit for things like re-inkers, right? Same kind of size re-inkers, glitter glues, baker's twine, anything that's small like that is going to be perfect in your Terry buddy bag. This is a collection of shaker shape filler for making shaker cards. So all of the different colors and all the different little designs, again, really visible. And that's one of my goals with buddy bags, is keeping your supplies visible so that and accessible, but you want to see what you've got. You want to know how to use it, all of those types of things. All right, next after Terry, we have Dawn. And Dawn has 4 sections, 4 boxes. And here's how the boxes really serve you well. So if you look at the things that I have in here, crayons, glue sticks, gelatos, tape runners. If I didn't have 4 individual boxes in here, all of these things would just be in a big jumble inside the bag, right? So the boxes keep them straight up, neat and tidy. They work great for accessibility, right? So now I can pull those things in and out really easily. And I want you to think about these buddy bags, especially the long skinnier ones. We're going to see Merle also. These are awesome drawer organizers. So if I put these 2 buddy bags with the top rolled back into my drawer, now I've got all of my craft supplies organized and accessible. They're staying neat and tidy. All the little sections work perfectly. This one's filled with buttons. You might have other sewing notions like, rickrack, bias tape, elastic, blanket bindings, same kind of thing. They're going to all stay organized. But then if you need to travel with them, you're going to just be able to close them up and take them with you. Super simple, super easy. You're out the door with everything that you need. Really, it's just so simple, which is one of the keys to all of the TT stuff.
Yeah.
Next up, we've got the Barbara buddy bag, and Barbara was designed to hold the close to my heart magnetic ink pads. So you can get 10 ink pads in there. Again, storing them flat, opening it up while you're using it, and having access to them, easy to pull in and out of each of those sections. And then again, like we said, meeting that manufacturer's recommendation of being able to store them flat as well. This is also Barbara. The 2 compartments in Barbara, right, you can see, and Barbara Carlson is a Sharpie junkie. I never thought about, obviously I am as well, I never thought about storing my Sharpies in the Barbara bag, and she sent me a little note that said, hey, you know, this works great for Sharpies. So I was like, oh, I love that. I love how accessible it is and how visible it is. I love to see all the colors. I mean, that's one of my hashtags, right? I write in color. I grab a colored marker whenever I can and use it. Okay, after Barbara, we're going to talk about Denise. Also great for markers. So one thing I didn't mention about Denise earlier was that Denise also works with our medium-sized die stamp and supply pocket, and that is these guys right here. I guess I can pull them out of here. So this little clear pocket also fits in the Denise Buddy bag. So if you're looking for a way to store smaller dies and stamps, those little pockets are going to fit in there and create that file of smaller dies, stamps. Or if you have the small stencils, it's going to work for that as well. Of course, great for marker storage also. So these are your shorter markers, Artesia, Spectrum Noir, Copics, and you're going to get about 100 Copics.
Wow.
Closer to 80 of like the Spectrum Noir or the Artesia in there. But just a great, super versatile storage for all kinds of different things. And again, you can tip it sideways to store it flat. So really just a great option for that as well. All right, where is my Shelly?
Shelly. Don't call her smelly.
Don't call her smelly, Shelly. That's not very nice, is it? Melissa. It's my release, I guess. Okay, so we talked about the fact earlier that Shelly was designed for washi tape. These are micro ribbons. They fit in there as well. Great for these tiny little rectangular ink pads. Of course, you all know I carry a Shelly bag loaded with golf balls and cookies in my bag. One thing I didn't talk about earlier was this goofy barrel ribbon. So if you have used this, I'm trying to find one that's got a kind of a mess up. If you have used this barrel ribbon before, you know when you pull it, it just turns into a mess and it bounces all over the place as you're trying to pull it out of the barrel. Well, you can see I've got 2, 4, 6. I can fit 6 of them in my Shelly bag. And now I can just pull it out, no mess, right? Cut it off, start again. So think about, we were talking earlier, Ben, about the different uses and the different places that you can put buddy bags in your home. What do you have in your gift wrapping area, right? Ribbons, bows, barrel ribbon like this, maybe some tape, some scissors, some markers. Maybe there are a few buddy bags that you need to help organize your gift wrapping area so that everything stays neat and tidy. But now I have this mess. So everything stays neat and tidy while you're gift wrapping. So after Shelly, we got Merle. So, totally different use for Merle. I'll pull this out. So Merle's great for ribbon. Right, there's my St. Patrick's Day ribbon. Yeah. She also works as a dispenser for ribbon, right? Pull that right out, handle on the end. This usually is under the seat of my car.
Is that dog
leash, flashlight, book bags, dog food, water bowl. So in the event that I get caught somewhere that I need to walk the dog, feed the dog, or give the dog water, I am all ready to go. But look how compact, nice, neat, tidy that is. It's not making a mess in my car. It's just going right under the seat. So again, I hate to beat a dead horse. You guys might have another expression for that, British expression, same thing. They work all over your world.
Yes.
Car, garage, bathroom, everywhere you're going to find that buddy bags serve a purpose in helping you get and stay organized.
And it's Lisa,
all right,
by no means least.
Lisa, last but not least. Okay, Lisa, our 12 by 12 buddy, she's the biggest of the buddies, right? 12 by 12, perfect, of course, for 12 by 12 paper, 12 by 12 paper pads. Now, she's about an inch thick, so you're going to ask me, how many paper pads can I put in there? How much paper can I put in there? About an inch of paper. And that, you know, paper is, there's cardstock, there's heavy cardstock, there's thin paper. So you've got about an inch of space, so that could be 1 or 2 paper pads or 100, 150 sheets of paper. Again, so just depending on how thick it is. And I've paired her with our tabs our paper storage box tab dividers. So you can see the different, try to get a good camera view of that. So you can see how everything's nice and neat and labeled.
All organized.
Super easy. You can find exactly what you want, especially if you're a collector, Ben. If you collect specific papers or groups of paper, that is a great way to label those different types of collections. So great for paper, but she's also, the Lisa Buddy Bag is also a great solution for storing a whole project together. And I mentioned earlier about my mom traveling with her embroidery, because she can put her big embroidery hoop in here, all her floss and all those types of things if she's going on a trip. And then she also texted me while we were on break, and she said, I heard you say that about the embroidery floss. And she said, don't forget to tell people that's also where I store all my quilting rulers. So if you're challenged with quilting rulers, you can see them, they're protected, all different sizes and shapes are gonna fit in there as well. So Lisa is the last of the buddy bags in that group. And it's really an amazing group. And as you mentioned, we're looking at storage for everything from 4x6 papers and cardstocks and photos, all the way up to 12x12 paper and projects. So if you already have buddy bags, you know that this is a great collection with so many uses. But if you're new to buddy bags, you are really getting the full gamut of different types of storage that you can use.
Yeah, you absolutely are. And you're getting a heck of a deal tonight as well. I mean, it's better than a half price if you're platinum, but all of those buddy bags are coming your way that Tiffany's just shown you for that price. $36 if you're shopping in the US this evening as well. But a great way to store all of your crafty goodies and have them there on hand for when you need them. Coletta Cooper says, perfect for those curling ribbon eggs. And Rhonda says, you know what a fantastic prize would be? A week with Tiffany to help organize your craft room. I mean, that would be, wouldn't it? That would be an amazing prize. I bet you'd quite enjoy that, Tiffany, wouldn't you?
I would love it. As a matter of fact, when I first started this business, and it's going to be 20 years ago next Tuesday.
Oh, wow.
That is how I figured out what people needed. I would go into their homes, and it was when the only product that I made was the scrap rack, which is still kind of our flagship product. And I would go into their homes and I would help them organize. And it really gave me a lot of insight into how people think and how to communicate with people differently, because everybody learns differently. And it really was sort of a springboard for doing all of the different things and having a good idea. So we'll have to talk to the powers that be at Crafters Companion. Maybe we could have some sort of organize my craft room with Tiffany prize. Yes. I think it's a good idea.
That would be awesome. Just before we move on, because I know we're going to look at Chastity, but Rhonda's just asking about tri-blends. Is it Sarah that holds the tri-blends, she asks?
Sarah will hold the tri-blends, and so will the Terry buddy bag. So you could, Sarah, Terry, the Faylene, which I'm sorry we're sold out of. Faylene will hold the most tri-blends, but Sarah and Terry, I think, will both hold about 24, if I'm remembering correctly.
Yeah. Okay. Nice one. There we go. Get the questions in if you want to fire them our way in the next 35 minutes or so. Lots of you celebrating St. Patrick's Day today. Fred's having a Guinness float with coffee ice cream. A Guinness float sounds amazing. That's like a Coke float, isn't it? Where you just put a bit of ice cream on top. Yeah. Oh. And Mary Pat is celebrating with corned beef, cabbage, and potatoes, which I think a lot of you seem to be doing today. Barbara says, I would love a trip to the Crafty Casita.
That would be fun too.
Yeah.
Everything's here. Yes. And the weather is always nicer where I am than, well, for some people, they don't think 115 is nice in the summertime, but the vast majority of the year we have sunshine, so it's a good place to come and visit. And then we could craft and we could make some stuff. That would be really, really fun too.
All right, if you want to go for the buddy bag collection, £28, $36 now. Tiffany alluded to the fact that there were two new buddy bags, Faylene and Chastity. Faylene, unfortunately, sold out. We do not have her in stock. However, we are available, we do have available, I should say, Chastity, who is limited. We'll get the details up on the screen for you here. £9.35 is your platinum price, $10.79. And brand new as of a couple of weeks ago, I think, Tiffany, and have been very, well, both been very, very popular. But what are we going to be storing in our Chastity buddy bag?
Chastity was born to hold your oxide inks and your distress inks, your square ink pads. So if you know a lot about buddy bags, you know we have a very popular buddy bag named Stephanie, and she's designed to hold all of your standard size ink pads. So the Spectrum Noir ink pads are perfect in there, that oval size, the oblong size. Once we came out with Stephanie, everybody said, I need something just like this for my square ink pads, and then Chastity was born for that. So some interesting facts about Chastity. First thing is, you want to load Chastity what feels like backwards, right? So here's how the flap closes. But you want to put the boxes in, the ink boxes, so they face the back.
Right.
And that is because if your boxes are full all the way to the top with ink, and you turn that around, you won't be able to see the top inks because it's covered by the Velcro. So you're going to put your ink pads in this way, and you can see everything. Now, you are going to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 is a squeeze of the distress ink pads in each box, so up to 28. So 24 is my preference because I like a little bit extra space at the top, so you can pull those boxes in and out by that little finger hole. Also, it's going to work to store your re-inkers as well. And you will notice when you get your Chastity bag that you are also going to get this sheet of 30 stickers. So if you see how nicely labeled my inks are, it's so clear for me, clear in 2 ways. I can see what colors everything is because I have labeled them actually with the ink itself. So I know exactly what color it is, but because the bag is clear, I can also clearly see what each ink pad looks like. So that is the purpose of your little stickers. You're going to ink them up and put them on your ink pads so you can see everything. So great for your square or distress inks. Oxide inks are going to be perfect in there. Also, some tools require smaller storage. So these are all the different sizes for my button press. So all the different tools I need, small, medium, large, and then of course the cutting plates. Everything's right there, nice, neat, tidy. Again, I just pull out the box. If I'm working with small buttons or I want to cut something, I just pull out the box that I need, and everything stays neat and tidy on my workspace. So as an example, if I was working with this size, I can just put the box on the workspace, and then I can pull the pieces in and out of it. I don't have to spread everything everywhere, right? So one of the things you'll find with a lot of T2 products is that they are designed to be brought to your workspace and function on your workspace as well as just for storage. So we got this one loaded up with a variety of different things. Larger paints. I've got, oh no, I'm going backwards here. Larger paints. These are all jewelry making, wires and threads. Of course, smaller ribbons, your 3-inch round ribbons here. And then these are smaller cards and card likes and envelopes. If you like that artist trading card size, that 2x3 card and envelope size, this is great for that storage as well. And then of course, Ben, right here, right? We love, love, love our gilding plates and our glitter paste, and they fit perfectly in the Chastity bag as well. And I think I mentioned this earlier when we were talking. You can stack up to 3 of them together, right? And one of the things that I love about this is that just seeing it, it's pretty and it's inspiring and it makes me want to craft, right? So I can see my supplies, Ben, I can get to my supplies, and they also just look good, which makes me happy here in the craft. You can see that.
If you want to grab it though, £9.35 for Chastity, $10.79. A few people chatting about, by the way, it's not a real prize, so don't get too excited yet. It's not actually happening. Tiffany coming around your house, and no, it's not happening. We're just chatting about it. I mean, it might happen in the future, but it's not happening. Roseanne just saying, if I won a prize like that, Tiffany would need months to come around my craft room. I've got a feeling there'd be a few craft rooms up and down this country and indeed in the US, which would probably be the same. Chastity still available, but go swiftly because she is going to go the way of Faylene and sell out. Another thing which has proved popular this evening, the storage and supply cases. These have been uber popular, particularly since we've seen these live with Tiffany just a few moments ago as well. You're getting the 3 set for you here. So you've got the 2 drawer, the 4 drawer and the 6 drawer. Again, these are just fantastic for maximising space. Great for travelling with as well. And the other thing, as Tiffany was showing us, and I know she'll show us again in just a few moments' time, obviously you've got like your 6 drawer here, and you can see the kind of things that you can store within your storage and supply case. You've got your 2 drawer here. Again, we've popped in some more of the pockets. We've popped in some our glue gun and some of the glue sticks in there. This one here, the 4 drawer. Again, more of our adhesives in there, foam pads, some of your low-tack tape in there as well. You can travel with these as the 2, the 4 and the 6, but again, as Tiffany was showing us, you can kind of change these around to your exact needs. Maybe you want to have one of the bigger drawers and 2 of the smaller drawers. You can really change these and personalize these for however you want to use them. The price today again is incredible. We've done some super deals tonight. £42 is what you should be paying, $54. Look at the platinum price, £25.60 or $32.80. But let's have a look at these once again with Tiffany. So we're going to get all 3 for a great price. And like you said, you've got the 2, the 4 and the 6. But if you want to kind of interchange these and sort of mix these around, you can do that, can't you?
Absolutely. So they divide up into half the bag perfectly, and that's part of the design of them. So if you've got the 2 drawer, which I've got here, right, you can pull out the 2 drawer, and you can put in 2 of the 4 drawer. We'll slide those in real quick. Now, little tip, some of you heard this already. I just use these mini binder clips to clip my 4 drawers together so that I can move them around together. So now I can take that and pop it in here. So now I've got one of the two drawers, going backwards here, and 2 of the 4 drawers. So I've got a 3 drawer system, but I could also just replace that one side was 3 from the 6 drawer system, and now I've got 5 drawers. So one of the nice things about this whole system is you can customize it to whatever you are trying to store in those bags. You do not have to leave it a 2 drawer or 4 drawer and a 6 drawer. So I'm going to show you some of them filled up. But just a few minutes ago, someone was asking about some tips for putting the trays together or the drawers together. So when you get these, they all come flat packed, and then you pop the drawers together. So I'm going to undo this one here. I don't have my glasses on, so that's always a challenge. Right? So it's just going to come totally flat like this.
Yeah.
Any and all of the Totally Tiffany stuff that comes flat packed, the best thing to do is fold all the score lines first, because if you get the score lines folded first, you're going to get that nice, neat, squared up box, right? So fold all your score lines. Don't be afraid to kind of really crush them into that side. It's the best thing to do. And then you're going to put the tabs in. So when you put the tabs in, it's a little hard to see. You can see the tabs are angled on each side with a little notch there. When you put the tabs in, I'm going to do my best to kind of exaggerate this. Go in at an angle, right? Get that bottom notch to go in first, and then, I don't have my glasses on, you can get the bottom notch to go in first, and then when you push the top notch in, you'll do this with my thumb, you'll hear that little click, right? That's how you know it's in there nice and neat, tidy, pop, little click. So that's the trick to it. Kind of go in at an angle, bottom notch in first, and just a little push with your thumb so you hear that click, and it's going to be perfect. Okay, so now that we know how to put them together, and that's the same for all the drawer sizes. And of course, some of the drawer sizes are a little bit smaller, so the tabs are a little bit smaller. Probably the best thing I can tell you is you only put them together once, right? Because you're probably never going to take them apart after that. Okay, so let's look at them loaded up. So this is the 4 drawer. Again, we're going back to that button press, but I have small and large blanks, medium and large blanks, keychain blanks, all of those things. And now I've got them all sorted, but they're all visible, and I'm just storing them right here on the shelf with my button press. If I want to work with the tool and all the supplies, I can just pull it right off the shelf. This is 2 of the 6 drawers stacked together, and I have it loaded with washi tape, right? So this is all Christmas washi tape, and I'm using it like a drawer system. Yeah. Right? So I don't have it closed up, But if I wanted to travel with my washi tape, I could pull the whole bag off, put the lid, close the lid on it and take it with me. But in the meantime, I've just got it all labeled by, this one is Christmas, travel, all the different things. Just gonna slide that back in there. Gotta hang up on the belt, there we go. I got a drawer here also, jewelry making supplies, distressing supplies, easy to access.
Yeah.
Oh, easy to slide things in and out. Different types, right? Here's a mixed drawer. So if you are someone who likes to store all of your color things together,
great idea.
paints, markers, glitter, everything, this is a great way to do stuff like that. But you can see I've mixed 1 of the 2 drawers and 3 of the 6 drawers to create that really easy to work with. Foils, all the different sizes of foil outside of the 12 by 12, different foil rolls are going to fit in the 2 drawer. I've used our 8 by 5 pockets for the flat foil pieces here, and also I've used it for the little skinny rolls as well. It keeps everything organized and protected, but great for things like foils. Yeah. I know we get questions about punch storage, right? Punches are very, very heavy. One of the great things about these is the interior drawers are made out of that heavier plastic, so that's one reason they're able to use them for punches. And then also the handle at the top has got this, you can see the black all the way across. It's reinforced all the way across, so you can see it's got double stitching, it's got some X stitching here. So even if you load this with heavy items, you're not going to have any problem with it. The vinyl is nice and sturdy. The handles are nice and sturdy. It's going to work perfectly. Cords and cables, right, as well. So all the different wires, cords, and cables that you have for your different phones. This was handy for a variety of phone types too, right? You have your Android and your iPhone. They work on different things. You've got different cords and cables that connect those things to your computer or whatever. Great way to organize. My husband has all these different chargers for all his camera equipment and batteries and drone batteries and all those things. It's a great way to keep all of those things organized and neat and tight. So I think that one of the keys to the storage and supply cases is they're flexible. They'll store anything, again, all over your house. You can configure them to be perfect for the craft supplies that you want. And at the same time, they're very durable and you can haul heavier things. I think I mentioned this earlier. If you love your lowest tote, I think you're going to get 4 in your lowest tote landscape. And I think you can get 5 or 6 in your lowest tote if you put them vertically the other way. So you're also going to be able to transport a lot of them easily in a compact space. So again, very versatile.
Yeah, all the solutions you need right there. You're going to get the 2, the 4, the 6 in this collection. Again, for a great price. Like, we've done some amazing deals today. All of those you're getting for $25.60 or $32.80. A few of you as well on the socials are saying how much you love the storage and supply cases. Love the storage and supply, says Craftigage. Using them for sorting embroidery threads along with the little spindles for any already separated. And JP, I think echoing what everybody's thinking this evening, saying that Totally Tiffany products really make life better. Not just for crafting, great for business and personal organisation as well. And that is, again, something that we've touched on here. You know, you might be buying sets of these, obviously, for yourself, but think about buying, you know, sets like this, sets like the buddy bag, sets like the desk maid, which we're going to have a look at next, for, you know, just general organisation within your crafty life. Good afternoon from Florida, says Vanessa Fuentes. Last chance saloon to fire in any questions as well. Cannot believe we've only got 20 minutes left on the show. It is absolutely flown over, but we will have a look at the desk maid. This again has proved so super popular over the day today. Loads of you have jumped in and grabbed it. £30.46 is the platinum price on this, or $36.32. It's a half price deal, right? I've seen these go at that price. I've seen these go when we've maybe knocked off, I don't know, £5, $10, $5, $10. But we're saying if you're platinum tonight, a half price deal for the full, complete storage system. So you get the huge base with all of the other components as well for storing. I mean, pretty much everything, as Tiffany will take you around hers. We've got paper pads in ours, we've got plates, we've got pens, we've got tools. There's so much that you can store in this system. Comes with your clips as well, so you can really kind of make this bespoke storage for whatever it is you're wanting to put in these. If you do maybe have already components of the desk maid system and you want to be able to just buy some of the pods on their own, they are all available for you on the website individually. Best thing to do is hit the shop the day button and you'll see all of the deals that we've brought to you in this show, and of course all of the deals as far as the soft craft has been concerned today. So see all of those deals there. But for me, if you've already got a desk maid and you're thinking about maybe just jumping in and buying a few more of these pods, why wouldn't you buy another one today for a half price deal? Best chance ever to get this at £30.46 or $36.32. We are going to have a look all around this in just a few moments' time. Don't forget as well, big day coming up tomorrow here on Crafters TV as we celebrate International Quilting Day. More on that to come in just a few moments. But let's chat around this, Tiffany, first of all, the desk maid. Can you believe we're doing the complete system, everything, for that price on screen? I mean, this flies out the door at £60, $72, so for £30 or $36 if you're platinum is crazy, really, isn't it?
It's an awesome deal, and it is a great way to organize your cube storage, right? So if you are using cube storage, whether that's the IKEA Kallax or Expedit, or you bought cube storage at one of the big box craft stores, which is a little bit bigger than the Kallax or Expedit, this is going to work for that. So normally I start with it empty, but I just wanted to show you how to think about those cubes, right? Think about reaching back into that cube and knocking over bottles and jars or moving things out of the way to try to get to that thing in the back. Or think about grabbing this by the handle, pulling it out, and carrying it to your workspace and having everything you need. So this has, of course, my foil press, but it also has all of my Gemini supplies. So I've got the mini plates right here. I've got the mini itself here. I've got the MIDI, I've got the Junior, I've got the regular Gemini, I've got the instructions for everything right with the plate storage. So everything is visible. I've got the glues, I've got the tape runner, I've got the tools. If I'm going to do some sort of die cutting, everything is right here. And then that's one of the keys to organizing the Totally Tiffany way. I try to think about how I'm using what I'm using and the other things I'm using it with. I think I said this earlier, keep things together, you use together is one of my mantras. How can I make it easy to use my die cutting machine? Well, doing this, everything that goes to the die cutting machine is in one place. I slide it into my cube, I slide it out when I'm gonna work with it, take it to my work table. It's just that simple. So it's great for, again, keeping things together that you're gonna use together, product groups that way. It's also great because you can separate out the components to it, and I'll go through each of the components in just a sec. So this is just a little design. These are all the things I use when I'm designing, right? So I've got some of the templates, some cutters, rulers, pokey tools, scissors, all the different little things that I use when I'm working on designing a product, and they're all right here. So I've taken 3 of the pieces, I've used the clips to hook them together, and this sits in the corner of my tall drafting table, and I've got everything I need when I'm going to do that kind of work. So you can divide and conquer your whole collection, and you can also add additional pieces to your collection today as well. This whole setup, similar to yours, Ben, is all paper crafting, right? Yeah. So I've got 12 paper, but I've also got a variety of different papers. So these are both 8x8 papers, but you can see they're not at all the same size, right? One of the things manufacturers do for us, call something one thing, but all the paper sizes are going to fit in the paper bin in the back. I've got my foam tape, and I've got my adhesive foam sheet. 6x6 paper is going to fit in this little cube. Of course, basic tools, paintbrushes, scissors. You can see this is like a whole little miniature craft room, which might be, we didn't even talk about this then, it might be a great solution if you craft with your kids or grandkids to give them their own cube system, store it in your cube or put it on your shelf. You can put it on a regular shelf as well, it doesn't have to go in a cube. And whenever they come to craft with you, they can pull it out and they have all of their own stuff in their own space, but it's all nice, neat, organized, and tidy. Super easy to put away and take out. Okay, so let's talk about all the components that you're getting. So you are getting 7 pieces with the full collection. I'm going to take mine apart here and start with the base. So the base is going to come flat, right? Comes folded down flat like this. You just pop it out. And this is the wood insert for the bottom. This just keeps everything nice and steady. Just going to tuck that into the bottom there. Now this base is 15 inches front to back, 13 inches across, and it's higher in the back than on the front, so it makes everything stands up nice and neat. 5.5 inches tall on the back. So great, like I said, in a cube, but perfect on any sort of shelf as well. Next, we have the large storage bin, and you can see this has a divider on the inside of it. That divider is connected on one side with hook and loop fabric. So if you have the divider across, you've got an A4, 8.5 by 11 section, and then another large, tall section for things like rulers or paintbrushes or long templates or that type of thing. So that is the big bin, 13 by 10 by 3.
Yep.
And we've got the medium-sized bin. So this is 6.5 by 8 by 3.25. Now, every one of the bins has this band, and the band goes all the way around. So no matter how you want to connect your bins together using those clips, it's super easy. All 4 sides of every bin, they all connect together. This is our little 6x6 bin. This is designed for a desktop trash can. So if you are somebody who always is wishing, oh, I wish I had a little trash can that fit on my desk, this is the perfect solution. And you can buy them separately as well. So you may want to have a cube for your 6x6 paper, and then you may want to have a cube just to go on your desk. So you got the bottom piece there, but that's going to fold nice and neat and flat. So especially if you want to travel with a little trash can, if you're going to a crafting event where you want to have that little desk extra little bin, that's going to be a perfect solution for that. And then you've got the small storage bin. Again, this has a section, a divider that can go flat. So this is perfect for pens and tools and that type of thing. You've got the little tool tower here. Again, perfect for taller glues or your tape runners or that type of thing. And then lastly, we've got this little 2x4 by 3. You can see it's all open. Well, it comes with 2 dividers, right? So I just have them stored again in that useful little band around the side. So you can use it wide open, or you can put those 2 dividers in to divide it down like I've done. So I have different compartments for things like scissors and my pokey tool and that type of thing. So the whole collection, Ben, that is an amazing deal, but it's such a problem solver on so many levels. So the Desk-Made Clip and Store pods, like I said, you are getting all 7 of them, and each one comes with one of the clips so that you can easily clip them together and use them, as you saw with my little design group, in different places around your house or around your craft, and they don't all have to stay together in the bottom tray.
Amazing. I tell you what, time is getting away with us here. We've literally got about 10 minutes to go. So many of you chatting about this desk-made deal. Lillian Quack is saying, I've got 2 desk-mades ready for when one day I build my Calyx units. I love the fact that you've got the desk-mades ready for those Calyx units when you eventually build them. And Kay's just saying, thank you so much for giving the dimensions as well. That is what we are here for. We're going to wrap up and have a look at another item which has proved very, very popular, the hang and hold. This show has been so much fun. You guys have absolutely loved the deals as well. But let's finish on your hang and hold. Such a brilliant item is this. Again, allowing you to kind of maximize your space. I think absolutely brilliant, particularly if you're wanting to be crafting al fresco, maybe you're wanting to be having some organization in the garage. Because the point about this is, what you're going to get, by the way, this is kind of a bit like a starter kit, really, because you can buy more of the little pods to go with this, but you get your 24-inch bar with this. And this really is, as Tiffany will chat around this in just a few moments' time, it's sturdy. And as much as this is going to be holding all of your crafty goodies, it's sturdy enough You've got the ability to clamp this onto most tables, most sides, but it's able to take a weight, is this. So if you're thinking maybe about getting one of these, maybe you've already got one and you love it so much and you're thinking about getting one for your partner for the garage, potentially to store tools and all of that kind of stuff in, then absolutely this is going to be able to take the weight for you. But what is so clever about this, as I said, it's all about maximising space. It's all about being able to have all of those tools, all of those crafty items. I love the idea of taking this on a picnic as well, to have all of your condiments and treats and drinks or whatever to hand, and you're not worrying about this falling off the table because those clamps are going to keep everything in place. But you've got all of these really, really fantastic little pockets that you can just simply hook onto the side there for all sorts of storage. This one here we've kind of penned as your tool bucket. You've got your slightly bigger supply bin in here as well. Again, these also come with the little hook and mesh tabs. So again, if you want to make these smaller and compartmentalize things, you can do. If you want to keep it bigger, you can. And then you've also got in here your basic bin, once again, which, as you can see, with those hooks will just simply very easily hook onto the side of your hang and hold. So you've got everything there for when you need it. £40 or $50. Let's just quickly chat around this with Tiffany once again. Just a great idea, once again, Tiffany, of kind of maximising space. Again, brilliant if you wanted to perhaps craft outside as well. But again, you're not just going to be using this for craft in the garage, outside, taking it on picnics. It's perfect, isn't it?
You know, again, super, super versatile. And a lot of times, Ben, when I design things, I have like this tunnel vision of what is going to be for and how it's going to be used, why people are going to like it. And then once it gets in the marketplace, I get all this feedback from our customers saying, oh, I did this, oh, I did this, oh, I did that. And so that is where so many of these ideas come from. I love it for picnic, right? It's perfect. You've got your condiments. Your paper plates are going to go in the basic bin, your condiments in that other bin, your knife, fork, spoons in the salt toolbox. There's a cup holder piece you can buy that's, well, I should tell you, Ben, the square one is the perfect size to hold a bottle of wine, just so you know.
Yes, Tiffany, that's the best tip of the day.
Knocking it off the table, it's a perfect solution. Barbara was talking about using one in her kitchen.
Yeah.
And so one thing that I also wanted to bring up, I was thinking I have two of the bars, one on either end of my work table, and I don't necessarily leave any of the bins on them. I have the bins, and then I think, oh, I'm going to do this project. I need two basic bins and a cup holder, or two basic bins and a tool holder. So whatever project I'm working on, I clip on the perfect bins, and then I use them to load things that I'm actually working on. So you don't have to. Well, I leave the bar up all the time. The bar is always there.
Yeah.
But I don't necessarily have the bins on. So think about your space that you're working in. You might be working somewhere where you don't want those extra couple of inches of the bins all the time, but you can easily put the bins away, bring them out, and then load them up when you're crafting. We talked earlier about how functional this was at the end of a changing table for a baby and holding diapers and powders and ointments and all that type of thing. So you really can get outside of your craft room with this particular tool. Again, my husband has one in the truck that he clips on when he's camping. He's got one in his garage that has tools in it. Like, he loves the idea of whatever he's working on, his bins mostly stay empty, because as he's working on it, same way we're with crafting, right? You have things that you haul out just for a project.
Yeah.
And so he's got those in the little bin that he's working with, and then he just puts them away at the end. So across your home, your garage, camping, picnicking, office supplies, craft supplies, again, crafting with other people. Another reason I have one bar on each end of my craft table is that I'm often crafting with a friend or my mom. So I'd love to use some videos and then run on. Then we each have our own bar, and we can load whatever bins we want on the end of the bar that's going to hold exactly the supplies we're working with. So the bars are super functional, and you can mix and match those bins however you need them. So a perfect addition to really, and here's the other, I guess, key piece. The stuff that you have in those bins, like I'm looking at my table right now, which has got tons of paint bottles on it.
Yeah.
If I put those paint bottles into my supply bin, I wouldn't have to worry about knocking them over. Right? They would just all be right there, but so I have more space on my work. It's probably what I'm going to do after the show. I'm looking at it. I would have more space on my table, and I wouldn't have to worry about knocking paint over. You might have a water jar, like if you like to paint. You could put that into the tool holder as well, and then you don't have to worry about knocking that over or having a drippy brush on your table. So many different ways, Ben, to use this product. I mean, it's so functional and it's so sturdy, as you commented. I mean, it is solid metal. The canvas is all heavy-duty canvas, and it's lined. It has multiple Velcro straps that hook it on. The hooks are all welded steel. I mean, it really is just a top quality product that will last you literally forever.
Yeah, it really,
Absolutely.
really is. And you've got the full collection here. If you want to buy individual bins, those are available for you on the website. But this is the way to go. That full collection for just £40 or $50 today. And I know that it has been super, super busy. Well, we're done. What a fantastic show. Thank you so much for all of the lovely comments coming through. Of course, you can still continue to buy after the show as well, which we know you will. But go quickly because we've been very, very busy. And items are heading towards limited stock across the board. Must just say a massive thank you to you, Tiffany, for joining us once again. What's the plan for the rest of the day? Any St. Patrick's Day celebrations?
Definitely some St. Patrick's Day celebrations going on over here. So I have a little bit more work to do because it's only 1 o'clock here. But headed to, I hate to tell you this for all of you who are in cold places in the world, but headed to a St. Patrick's Day pool party this afternoon. So I'll be drinking a green beer and probably also enjoying corned beef, cabbage, and potatoes, which I love this time of year. Tonight, and thinking about everybody. What a great show we had today, Ben. I love your head things. I hope you're going to have a green beer this afternoon. Well, it's already evening there. You probably have a green beer under your counter, don't you? I missed out on that.
Yeah,
so,
anyway. That's where I'm going next. But thank you so much. We are a little bit jealous about the pool party, I've got to admit. But have a brilliant, brilliant time. Enjoy all of your celebrations, Tiffany, and we'll see you very soon, I'm sure.
Great to be with you again, Ben. Always really fun to be here in the Craft House. And I look forward to seeing all of you another Friday morning in the Craft House with Ben and the whole Crafters Companion. Thanks for inviting me over. Have a happy St. Patrick's Day.
Thank you, Tiffany. Always great to have Tiffany in the Craft House. What a brilliant show. Can you believe that pool party for St. Patrick's Day? Well, Joe. Listen, thank you for watching today. Massive thank you to Tiffany. Thank you also to Becky for all of her great shows today too. Rachel and Susie and Grace on the socials today. Was Susie on the socials? Was she? I think she was. I can't remember. It's been a long day. Thank you also to Jake and Johnny and Charlotte working hard as always. And we're back tomorrow. I'm here on a Saturday. Can you believe it? What's going on? I'm here with Becky all day, kicking off with Play Your Crafts Right. And then we've got a fantastic soft craft craft along and of course masterclass all to do with multimedia dyes as we celebrate International Quilting Day. What a great day. Enjoy your St. Patrick's Day celebrations and we will see you back here on Crafters TV for more fun and frolics tomorrow morning. Until then, bye for now.